It's Tony
tell them what we
Juice.
talking about today.
All right, guys, how y'all doing this evening? Thank you. First of all, first and foremost, thank you, Montana, for allowing me to
Can't hear him.
co-host with you today.
Yeah.
Uh, Want to talk about swipe right or log off? Millennial dating
What's he
in the
say?
digital age. All right.
And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Definitely
Thank
happy
you.
Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Yeah.
One quick question: we got
Yeah.
any guys in here that single
Me?
besides
Can you hear
Montana?
him?
I said besides Montana.
What'd he say?
Well, I don't
Nope.
know.
So
No.
we can't hear
All
him.
right. Well, we'll just keep moving.
Yeah, we can't hear him.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I know, cause
seems like I'm the only one.
It
Yo, he
said,
got to jump off stage and then jump back on, and we'll be able to hear him.
yeah, so we can
Oh,
hear.
you gotta jump off stage.
Yeah.
My controller's not working. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Your
Any,
controller's not working.
any, any other guys is single in here instead of me?
Nope. Seems like you're the only one, Montana.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I got a lot of options.
Ooh.
All righty. All right. Well, we'll just move along anyway. All right.
Can
Oh,
you
I can
hear
hear
him?
him now.
Can y'all hear me now? Ooh,
Oh,
that
oh,
microphone
the
keep getting
microphone's
away
floating.
from me. Ooh.
Catch it, catch it.
I came back.
All right. There we go. Can you hear me now? Everybody can hear me?
Yeah.
Can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
All right.
And
Let's
I'm
talk about
Lena. I'm sure you guys know me from Spades.
Oh, we
How y'all
can't
We
hear
doing?
can't
her.
hear her now.
it. I can't
She
hear
got
you,
to she got to
Lena.
jump off stage and jump back on as well.
Who, me?
Yeah.
We can't hear you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jump
you.
off. Okay.
Is she is you is your oh no, you got great, you gotta make sure your mic is green.
How do I do that?
Squeeze it.
Squeeze the trigger.
Squeeze.
Squeeze the trigger. It's gonna
Okay.
come back.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm Lena, and I'm helping to co-host today.
So let's talk about dating.
All right.
He always want to talk about that.
First. Oh, boy. I'm trying to get this control together, people. Sorry about that. First question is
You gotta grab the mic.
Can't hear.
oh, first question is we talking about dating. Anybody in here use dating apps?
No.
Boy, live crowd today, huh?
Nobody has tried dating apps. Wow, I have. I
Can
have
y'all
for
You
hear
sure.
have?
us
Mm-hmm.
up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't
Those
think
two
they
confetti,
hear.
you can hear us.
All right.
All right.
Montana's voice through the
Oh
wire,
my
stepping
God.
fresh through the fires. Podcast heat.
All right, here we go.
Y'all are killing me.
It's holding this bag on mic is
Oh, no, we can't hear him.
problematic for me. All right, there we go.
Mm-mm.
All right, here we go. All right, any females besides Lena that's used dating apps here this evening? Just looking for some active participants. That's
Miss
all.
Vicky.
So nobody wants to admit it, huh?
Miss Vicky.
Mm.
You wanna come up?
Sure.
All right. What
So yeah,
Lena? What app did you use? I'm sorry.
you know what? I have tried. It's been a while.
Uh-huh.
So I think I tried Tinder and maybe a couple of other apps. But the thing with apps, I've tried them. I think I even paid for a subscription once.
Mhm.
Yeah, she even tried to
Wow.
And what I've came across with apps is nobody want to ask you out
Shaka,
on a
you
date.
said what? That you
Nobody
ever
want to
tried what? Why
actually
is this
take you
thing keep
out on a
making
date.
me- It doesn't let me
So
turn around.
they'll have a conversation with
just-
you. You know, you
Oh,
can
like-
text back
Yeah,
and
she
forth
tried
for
the Malibu
months.
app on here.
Mhm.
And you
Yeah.
never really
Oh.
get nowhere besides that. And not only that, I'm scared to
was
meet
looking
people in
already.
person. So that
Oh,
didn't last long with me because I'm like, okay, what if he's psycho? You know, what if he crazy? What if I meet this guy and then he follow me home?
That's
So
a-
I'm already paranoid about doing the online dating. So I said, you know what? Let me try. I cannot remember the name of it because it's been a while, but I remember paying for a subscription. And what I noticed is that when you pay, they give you like the guys that you are not even, you just kind of keep
Attracted to.
swiping. You're not not only that, but when you have a conversation with them, they can't even hold a conversation.
Okay.
So it's like you kind of wasting your money, wasting your time. And I just kind of gave up on it. So I never met anybody off the dating apps. What do you
I
guys
did
think about
MySpace.
that?
I did MySpace
Right.
before, and I met this girl, and and she was trying to get some money out of me.
Oh no.
I went to her apartment. Some reason my lights went out,
Mm-hmm.
so she gonna ask me for money. I just met her. I don't know.
Oh, I know who you talking
Like
about.
5
I know who
minutes.
you talking about. You talking
Wait a
about
minute, she thought she had a lick, huh?
You talking about
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, she had.
I
She
remember
had.
that.
Soon as she
had
met you, her
3 or
lights
4
just magically went off, huh?
She had 3 or 4 kids. She
What?
just had a baby not too long ago. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, man,
Okay.
these girls
I,
are-
I think you
That's
saved
crazy.
yourself,
For
brother.
her,
The baby was like
for
a
her next
toddler.
baby daddy.
Man,
Baby was infant. I mean,
man, I tell
infant.
you.
I'm like,
Wow.
Baby dad she had.
Yeah. Well,
So
So-
I have
Go ahead.
I have a question for
Hmm?
women. So how many women in here are single? Any other women single in here? We know Miss Hey Sister ain't. Miss Hey Sister Girl ain't. Nobody? But I wonder how many women do actually invest. What do you guys think the percentage of women, especially Black women, who do go on the dating sites? Because majority, a lot of my friends do go, and the outcome is always still the same. So I was just wondering how many women do actually go out there and get on the dating sites.
I do have something to say to Lena. Let me just say something because I have about 3
You
or
gotta
4
grab the
friends.
Grab a mic, baby.
Oh, where's the mic? Where's the mic?
Oh,
I need a
and
mic.
squeeze the trigger.
Which trigger? I'm new to this.
There you go.
Okay. Do
I
just-
can't do it.
Okay. It's
Ooh,
Ow,
it fell.
God, a whole-
Woohoo!
What'd I do?
Did it go back?
Huh? Did it go back?
I had
Yeah,
it.
it went back on the stand.
There it go right there. On the stand.
Okay, go ahead. Talk.
Yeah, make-
I'm gonna hold it for.
So I have a couple of single friends.
It's
I
on the
can't hear
stand.
her.
on different dates.
Come up some.
No.
Oh, here's one. Here's one. Grab that
Okay.
one. Wait, I don't know how to let it go. It's floating.
I know
Grab it.
it's not
It's floating.
okay. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a couple of girlfriends that are single and they go to different sites as well as different cigar bars and different things like that. Now, I'm not trying to judge what they do or how they do it, but I can only tell you the reason why it's not successful for them. And these are women that are the ages between 30 and 50. The
Hmm.
issue is that they already made up their mind of what type of man they want. And when they don't find that type of man, they keep moving on to the next one. So instead
true.
of meeting and learning about that man, if he doesn't look a certain way, if he doesn't drive something, if he doesn't have a 6 figures or different things like that, they're moving on. So the issue to me, watching them go from dating site to dating site and from going to bar, club to club, is because many of the women, and I can only speak about Black women because I don't hang out with a bunch of white women, but the Black women that I've seen observe, the only ones that they're looking for are white collar workers. Meanwhile, you got some good blue collar workers out there. You got some good bus drivers, truck drivers, janitors, whatever, people that got good jobs and benefits.
Right.
But if they don't have that status or that title or that look or that appearance or that bag, as they say, then they're really leaving some good men behind. I don't really think it's the dating app. I don't think it's in reference to where you go looking. The problem is you're looking for a perfect man and you're not going to find it.
Oh no, I agree with that.
Ain't no perfect men out here no more. Ain't no perfect women out here no more.
There's never been a perfect man or woman.
Everybody
There's never been a perfect man. Only Jesus is the only perfect one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Everybody got-
I mean, I'm a close second.
I mean, you're very close, my love. But the things that I try to tell some of my girlfriends is that the ones that approach you that have that look or that status or that bag or that car, sometimes they waiting for you to take care of them.
Yeah.
So you got to be very careful on what your so-called choices are going to be, because when that bus driver comes and you turn him down, but then that doctor approaches you, he may be your nightmare. So you just got to be very, careful on how you date. And I don't really think people nowadays should even go on dates. Do the old-fashioned way and go out and meet people, not people on apps. Just go out and meet people. Go to restaurants, go to concerts, go to plays.
Right.
That's how you can find somebody good, not these apps.
Go to church.
There you
Oh,
go.
you go to
That's
church.
exactly what I was gonna say.
And that's
Again,
not always
sometimes
good
that's not
either.
guaranteed either.
Because
But you
sometimes
know
the
what?
ones in there, they looking for somebody to take care of them too.
Yes.
I've
You
been a
know
church
what?
guy.
I'm the type of person I try not to judge a book by the cover, because looks aren't everything. You have to learn that person. You have to know what's inside their heart and know what y'all have in common. Because just to have a guy that's cute or have a guy that has a good job or all of this stuff, you can date the ugliest guy. You can have the cutest guy and he would be the meanest. And then you can have the ugliest and he's the sweetest. So
or you can have the ugliest and he's a narcissist. I've
yeah. Mhm. Yes. So like I said, I met my man here in Meta, and we're pretty cool together. But I
can't
never,
hear you there. There you go. Okay.
yes,
hear you now.
I've never tried to judge a man by the way he looks. I always look for the sensitive side of him, or is he a good family man? Stuff like
Right.
that.
But I do truly believe that, to me, what I've learned, I'm 51 and I don't go to clubs. But when I used to back in the old days,
Hey, man, I can put
usually
on my
when you go
headphones so you
when you
don't
go
hear it.
to the clubs to meet a man, they usually have talked to
I'll put on
about
my
20
headphones.
women by the time they get to you.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying you can't meet men in clubs. I just don't believe in that. I don't believe in going to a club. Maybe a nice bar, you just go to a bar,
Lounge.
have a drink or a lounge, and he's probably
Yeah.
there, but going to a club, usually men, and even sometimes these lounges, you have some men who go to lounges, the same lounge every day, just to pick up women. So I don't, it's just, you got to kind of weigh your options. I don't know. I'm not looking for looks, and I'm not looking for what he can do for me, but I don't want somebody who can't never pay for a date.
Okay.
I don't want someone who can't help me out with a bill.
All right.
I don't want somebody who he's always broke. He ain't got nothing. So it's not that
Exactly.
you being picky. I don't think women are just, I'm not looking for somebody who rich either, but at the same time, I don't want somebody to say, well, I don't have no money to take you out, or I couldn't get you
50-50.
nothing for
You want
Mother's Day,
yes,
Yeah, it has to
50-50.
be like balanced. It has to be a
Yeah.
balanced type, situation.
That's the way I am too.
Yeah.
And what Victoria
Uh,
was saying, I'm not her man, so don't look at me and think she was talking about me.
We want to know who your man is, girl. Let us know. I'm just joking.
Oh boy. My man is Hellcat.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
he's
Well,
pretty decent man. Yes.
that's good. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay.
All
And I
right.
am, yeah. I mean, I'm single. I'm
Good.
okay with being single. It's sometimes it's good to be single just to get to know yourself all over again.
Yeah.
So when you do start dating, you can kind of know exactly what you want and what you're looking for. It's okay.
Exactly.
I think it's okay to be a little picky and to be a little choosy, not to where you just saying, okay, I'm gonna only date somebody based on his looks and based on his wallet. No. If you
Yeah.
don't
Well,
kind
let
of
me
go ahead.
go ahead and finish what you were saying. Then I'm gonna segue off of that.
I mean, I just still feel like women have to have some kind of standard for themselves.
Yes.
If not, you're gonna fall for anybody.
Hmm.
You can fall for anybody. You'll just be
Uh,
dating anybody.
And
With
that is
that in mind, what is the one red flag in dating for you?
ooh, honey.
Like if they do this, it's over.
Oh, I have a big one. The
Cheating.
biggest red flag for me is talking about your ex or your kid's mother. I cannot stand that. The first date, first conversation. Let me tell y'all, I have to say, I met this guy. I was in Portland, Maine, actually. And I
Mm-hmm.
was doing nursing. I was doing travel nursing. And I would always run into this guy. And we would talk. And, the first conversation outside that bar was about his baby mama and how he can't stand her, how she get. That was it. That was the
They still
end
messing
of
around.
that is a deal breaker for me. If
You
the
know they
whole
still messing around.
conversation gotta be.
If you
I
if you
mean, the
start
whole
like that, they still messing around.
yes. He was like, she just get on my nerves, and I'm paying my. I was like, you know what? He didn't hear from me no more that day. I blocked him. Stuff. I don't want to hear that. If you have not grown past that, and y'all been separated 2-3 years, so you say, and the first conversation outside the bar is about your baby mama and that means that y'all still got something going on. Anybody got any
Maybe.
opinions or any thoughts
Yes.
about that?
Maybe
I
he's
do.
trying to let you know how she was so you won't be like her.
No,
Or
no,
maybe
no.
he just he trying to let you know that he's still messing around with her. Like he always come back for more,
Huh?
Anybody else, Scott? What y'all
more
think about that?
with the baby mother.
I
Maybe he's just
I don't
venting.
know.
Some people need to vent. Some people need to
Well,
vent.
that's
Maybe
possible.
because
That's
maybe
very
he feel
possible.
like he could talk to you about anything. Maybe he's trying to find out if he could talk to you about
I
anything.
don't know, but I've ran across that more than once. I like actually twice. The thing is, if you want to vent, get to know me first. Get to know
Yeah.
if I'm comfortable, talking about your ex. And I mean, I don't care for you. You could talk about your ex later on, down the line. But the first
Oh, the
conversation,
first date.
the first really
Yeah,
date, or the
yeah.
first time
Okay,
us
all right. I
talking,
understand. I understand.
outside of, the bar, or you just go right in, you dig right in and go straight forward. I'm like, dude, this is just not it.
Well, maybe he's
If
trying to find out if you're like her.
well,
I've been
he'll never get
I've
to
been
know that.
stalked
He'll
before.
never ever
I've been stalked
like
before.
you.
Oh, you have Montana.
And-
So
and-
have I.
Yeah.
in the metaverse or the real verse?
The real
Probably
world.
in the
In the real
metaverse.
Oh
real
my
world?
God, he said
Yeah.
yes. I have two. I have two, Montana. Matter of fact, I had a stalker. You know me, I'm a friendly person, and so we were playing. All of us were playing Wipeout. I think it's Uno game,
Yeah.
Right.
and
Yeah.
there was this certain French man. I'm not gonna call his name, but he. It's like he followed me everywhere I went. Everywhere I went, there he was. And at the time, I was with my husband. He had a headset. And everywhere we went, there he was. He followed me to church.
Wow.
And he did not come there to listen to the word. He wanted to talk to me in church. So I had to end up blocking him. And I met my friend girl. She had a museum. And I looked around and she was trying to introduce me to somebody. And oh my God.
It was him.
It was him. And I was like, so I had to turn around and re-block him again. And so I mean, yeah, you could get stalkers. I had a stalker in real life. No joke.
Right.
I had to end up shooting him.
Oh,
I
my
had to
God.
shoot
Are
him.
you
Yes.
serious?
I had to shoot him. He came
is
up through my
scary.
basement window and I had to shoot him. So yeah,
She
I had
put fire
stalkers.
on that ass.
Yeah. Mine's was following me. Mine's was following me at East Point Mall, Towson Mall.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, how
Montana
she
got
knew I
that
was
fire.
there?
He got that
Mm,
fire.
mm, mm, mm.
I mean, she's
How she
stalking
knew I
you.
was
Yeah.
there? I ain't telling nobody I was going out.
Mine's
that's
married
crazy.
me. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's
Wow.
up. Your stalker married you, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what's
Nah.
going on with her.
Okay, all right.
I don't know.
Happy Mother's Day
I
to the
mean-
mothers.
Thank you.
With that
thank
in
you.
mind, another question is, and this is for the guys, or it could be for anybody, but mainly for the guys. If anybody wants to jump in there, how do y'all handle rejection online, or just in general from females?
Mm,
Oh, I'm sorry. Everybody can hear me.
yeah,
I can
Yeah, we
come
can
in
hear
on
you
you.
ain't
that.
squeeze your mic. You ain't coin.
Can I get a microphone?
Wait a minute.
Hey,
Can you hear me now?
yeah.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, sure.
Come up. You got to come up to the
Okay.
white. Up
Yeah.
there to the white.
So guys, how y'all handle rejection?
Okay, let me get right. What happened to the microphone?
Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2,
There's one right
testing.
there.
Yes.
You gotta squeeze the mic.
Squeeze. Yeah, squeezed.
No,
Okay,
you gotta
squeeze
make
the
it turn
trigger.
green. The
All
trigger.
right.
There we
That's
go.
good.
All right, cool. How I handle rejection? Basically, hey, wish you well. Wish you well and wait, right? Wait on a phone call, wait. And I don't wait too long. I just keep it moving. But just wish you well. I mean, I wish the best for anybody, I always wish for love. I wish everybody love. So you
Okay.
find somebody, if you find a match in your life, hey, that's a great thing,
Oh yeah,
I never
agree.
I never had
Mhm.
problem with love. I never had problem with
Mhm.
love,
Okay.
So, I know, my time coming. So if it don't, hey, I'm good. I'm happy.
Right.
I love
right,
myself.
Right.
Yeah, I love myself. I'm
Right. You gotta
happy.
love yourself first.
So,
Mhm.
I just wish for the best. I'm smiling. I'm happy for you. Congratulating you. So a lot of times it come back to me. So it's like, nah, I don't want to go back down that road. Usually I don't go back down that road because it's like,
But
then
rejection can be a good thing in some cases.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that's
got
my
another
theory.
question for you, Hellcat. Can you answer this one? What expectations are placed on men when it comes to being dateable?
Being who?
the expectations,
Dateable. What expectations do I have to have this? Do I have to have this? How do you feel? I'm trying to get the other side of what my wife was saying about some of her friends wanting people to have this, that, look this way, that way. How do you feel as a man about the expectations of a woman when you're trying to date her?
I had to learn the hard way. I learned when I was younger. I got brokenhearted a lot, and I realized, like, you know what? After I looked back on it, I was like, damn, you know what? I didn't have shit to offer. So why would somebody want to be with a person that don't have shit to offer? You know, first get your shit together, and then, then you can like move. Because especially if a man, as a man, you need to really have something to get, to offer a female. So yeah,
What about
yeah,
love? Offering love and being a real person and being authentic. I think women do look for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying you have to have like a lot of money. It's not just about money. It's about more than just having your shit together. Have yourself together mentally.
Yes.
Know how to know
That's
how to
very
hold a
important.
know how to hold a conversation. Know how to
Come on,
say good
talk about it
morning,
now.
thank you, how's your day?
Yes.
How are you feeling today? Do you want to go out and just have a drink? You don't have
Give her
to
flowers.
get flowers,
Montana's
just
voice through the wires,
something.
fresh through
So
the fire.
I'm sorry.
yeah, you want to cut me off. See what I'm saying,
Flowers.
y'all?
No, I'm
I'm just
sorry.
joking.
I'm sorry. I
See,
really
it
apologize.
was getting sensitive soon. It was like, what? No, I'm just joking. But honestly, I think with me being my age, that means more to me because I got my shit together. I
Yeah.
got my shit
Uh-huh.
together. So, if you working towards getting your shit together, if you working towards having something, if you not just laying around the house playing video games, or just doing nothing with your life, then that's a deal breaker for me. But if you working towards something, or you trying to do something, or you got something planned, you got something that you want to have done in your future, whether it's building a company or doing a podcast or something, you just
Yeah.
doing something with your life, that's a positive thing. And if a woman feel like that's not good enough, then that's on her,
Yeah.
because I feel like a woman should have her shit together just as well as he should.
Yes.
Cause some
Yes.
some people
Talk
just
about
sit
it.
in,
Talk
some
about it.
people just sit there in the window and just look at the cars go by. Next thing you know, life is going by, time is going
I
by.
agree. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
You understand why
I'm an
nobody?
All right.
introvert, so it's hard for me to, just start a conversation. But trust me, once I get it started, I feel like I have a lot to offer him. So it's not just on one person to have something to offer. I think it takes two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're right.
Yeah.
You're
Here's
right.
a one for the women. How can you tell if someone's genuine or if they're just playing the field? And online dating or real life dating. Anybody have any experience with that?
Well, I think it's the time that is spent with you. If you find somebody that wants to spend time with you, or because if they come around every blue moon, or
Just to have
want to
sex.
see, yeah, then that is a deal breaker for
That's the
me.
red flag. But you'll know
Yes,
that
Talking
way.
facts.
But as women, we should know that way before we get to the sex part.
exactly.
Because they gonna show that with 2 weeks or a month within dating them.
Exactly.
So
I don't want nobody to just come by just to have sex and just leave, and then I
just,
know
just
I know
use you
they
for
messing
your
with somebody
body.
else, and I'm giving her money, and then she spending on another nigga. I'm
Oh,
mad as
heck
I don't know what.
no, 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 no,
Okay, cuss her
no.
out. I'm
anybody
sorry.
in the
Absolutely.
audience want to put
Anybody in the audience got anything to say
strategic?
about that?
Anybody?
Anybody got any advice
What's up,
on
Matrix?
or any good
I mean,
luck
I can move
on
on. I got a
dating?
ton of questions. One of the questions I have is, and I don't even know if anybody realizes what this means, but what does emotional availability look like in today's age?
Hmm, that's a good question.
Explain.
To me, it sounds like,
Emotion.
are you there? Are you there for me? Are you there to listen?
Oh yeah.
To listen
Yeah, yeah.
and to be there when I need you. You know.
I had a conversation with another guy at work recently, and I was talking about being able to open up to my mate. And
Yes.
it's very important to me. Like,
Yes.
if I can't tell my wife everything,
And you
I
better
don't
know it.
need to be married to her.
That's true.
Because
if I can't talk
need
to you,
for
yes.
her to be my rock. I need to be able to share all my
Anything.
emotions with her, not
Exactly.
just the
Exactly.
good ones, but I need to be able to share the bad ones, the
Yes.
I fucked up ones, the ones that make me cry.
Yes.
You need that's what emotional availability is for me.
Yes. Me
It made
too.
me think about the movie was it Loving Basketball? Was that Omar Epps?
Yes, it was. Love and
And Sanaa
Basketball.
Lathan. Yeah. When that thing went together with his mother and father, and he wanted her there with him, and she said, "Well, I can't do it because
Yes.
basketball." That's what emotional availability is. To put me ahead of what you got going on sometimes. Now I know it can't be all the time about me, but sometimes you need that person with you. And as men, I think that we need to be open and say, "Hey, I need you," and I think it's okay to say that.
And it's so.
Go
And another thing for women, for me, like you said, I need to be able to know that I can talk to you about anything, and you're not gonna go off. You're not gonna have a conniption. You know, anything. And then once I feel like I can do that, and I have that space to do that, then it's on. Then that's it for me. I know that you're gonna be there. You're gonna be my rock. You know.
Right. Do you all feel
And
like
that's
some
very
men are
important.
emotionally detached? I've
Yeah.
run
Yeah,
across that.
some men are.
Do you-
Some men
Mhm.
are.
Mhm.
Some
Go
women
ahead.
I got
are.
something to say.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Go ahead, Montana.
I was in a relationship one time, and I was talking about the problems I had, right? And she said, "I don't want to hear about this shit. I just want to have
Oh
sex
no.
right now."
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
She
What'd you
said,
say,
"When you
man?
gonna pull it out?"
No. If
I'm
you
like,
can't
Montana, turn your
deal
mic
with
on.
my mind, then you don't
Is
have
your mic
room
on,
for my
Montana?
time.
"Oh,
Say it again, sis.
oh,
If
oh
you
yeah,
don't
I can
I
put
got
that
have,
on.
something
if
again."
you if you
I can put that on
don't
a
have,
t-shirt.
if you can't deal with my mind, then you don't have room for my time.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm.
my mic
That's a good
wasn't
one.
on. I'm sorry. She was like, "I don't want to hear that bullshit. When we gonna have
Then,
sex?
then she
Just whip it
wasn't there
out."
for you. Yeah, that's just
I'm like, "Damn, I'm not trying.
that would have been an
I'm
end
trying
of
to talk to you."
conversation instantly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that stuff runs out. You need to have something on a different level with a person. It can't just be all about sex all the time. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got to be able to have a conversation with you.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, grab the mic.
Yeah, if you want to talk, they have to come up to the front, right?
Hellcat.
What? How far? Where do I need to go?
Mm.
Okay.
Here you go. Oop, where did it go? Let's see if you can get that. There you
All
go.
right, here we go. Yep. So listen, question. What happens if you have a higher sex drive? Like, what do your mates? What should you do if your partner have a higher sex drive than yours, or if you have a higher sex drive than your partner?
Oh
You gotta
boy.
make sure you have a
That's
lot of
interesting.
energy.
Patient and wait.
Well,
She can't be
we're gonna
patient.
let Victoria.
Then you
gotta
need,
have-
then you need to be patient and wait.
No, you need to give it to him.
Shut
If
up,
she got
Montana.
high, if she got a high
Oh,
sex drive
boy.
and she want it right now, you gotta give it to her.
No.
Oh
She want it
man.
all day,
Wow.
all day. Or somebody else.
Hey,
can give it
you
to her.
want what you want.
No. He's
She's trying to
talking
lock-
about.
she's
Wait
trying to
a
lock it
minute,
in.
hold on,
I'm not-
y'all. He's not talking
We know
about
what
me.
you're talking about.
He's talking
Mhm.
about.
I'm talking about a woman got high sex drive.
He's talking about.
He
He's
asked a
so.
question.
You can always
ask
go to
this
your
question.
PCP and
Oh my
get a
God.
prescription.
Oh
Just say, hey,
Lord.
my sex drive is not where it should be. Maybe I should try
Yeah.
Viagra. Or seriously, I
Ain't nothing wrong with a
mean, it
little
could
blue
be
chew in
Just
your
be
life.
it
patient,
could be
baby.
some underlying issue going on.
Get
If
some
your sex
Bluetooth.
drive is not
You better get
matching
some Bluetooth.
hers,
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
Blue chew that 9-hour meat.
Or the with the power horse.
Oh, I don't know
With,
nothing about that.
Wow.
Cameron got what is it called? Horsepower. It's horsepower.
But what
Pink
about
horsepower.
Horsepower.
what if the man have a higher sex drive than a female?
Well, she need to give it
If you're
up.
married, she
Or he
need to get
gonna-
with the
or-
program.
Yeah, because he gonna go out there and meet somebody that
Cause,
wanted to
cause
get
my
a
Bible
porn.
tells
You
me
better
that
be
if she's married to
patient.
me,
That's
her,
what you better be.
my Bible tells me that if she's married to me, her body no longer belongs to her; it belongs to me.
Okay. Yeah, it also
Amen.
says
That's
you
what
have
the
to
Bible says.
come in agreement too.
Gotta hit the victory.
we only got one
That's a
person in the
victory.
audience agreeing with that.
Hey,
And
but
that's
it
probably
also
why she's
says on the
still
flip
married,
side,
huh?
Oh, I can't.
it says on the
I
flip
was getting-
side
I
that
was
my
getting to the
body no
confetti.
longer belongs
I
to
can't
me;
do the
it belongs to
confetti.
her.
Exactly.
My arm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
it
can't
Oh,
does.
I
You
can't
what,
do the
Martha?
confetti. I can't do the confetti right now. Because
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Okay, Ma.
I just had
Okay.
I just got out of the hospital
Okay, you want me to
Tuesday. I had surgery.
Let's see. Mine's not going
Yes,
up either.
he had heart surgery.
Blessings,
I don't know why mine's not.
blessings,
Okay. Anyway,
blessings
tried.
to the good brother Montana.
yes.
That he'll get better. I
Yes.
got 2 mics. Okay. All right. What was my next question? Oh, here's a good one. What's one piece of advice any of us in here would give our younger self about love?
Be
Mm.
If
patient.
we had to give our younger self some
Be
advice,
patient.
what
Be
would it be?
patient. Take your time.
One of the mics.
There you go.
Ooh. It's floating away. That is not
Love
gonna
or
stay.
relationship?
For me, oh, go ahead. Okay. You have to press the. Make sure it turns green. The trigger.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Come up some. Come up.
You gotta
There
hit
you
the
go.
trigger.
Can you hear me now?
The green trigger.
Yes,
Hit
I
the
can hear.
trigger. Is it green?
He talks low. He talks low.
Yeah.
Talk
you hear me?
loud so we can hear you.
Nah.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that question real quick?
I can't.
I just wanna make
can't
sure I
hear
heard it
him. I
right.
don't know if you guys.
Oh,
No.
repeat the question. The
Yeah, I just wanna
question
make sure I heard
is okay, not a problem. The question was, what advice would you give your younger self about love or relationships?
Well, I would say
Can't hear
to
you.
focus on yourself first. Make sure you love yourself before you try to give your love to someone else, because it's probably gonna be hard to do. It's one of them artificial loves when you
You
trying to.
still can't hear him. I really can't. I hate that
can't
I'm
hear me?
missing what he's saying.
I
Yeah.
actually
Go-
Go
hear
sit
him.
in that chair. Go sit
I'm-
in that chair.
Yeah. Come up here.
But people in the audience can hear him.
Yeah, his mic
Yeah,
screen,
yeah.
so he good. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I was basically saying that I would tell my younger self to love.
Mic ain't on.
To
His
find
mic is on.
Does
love
he
within
have his
yourself.
headset up?
Turn your headset up. Your volume.
I actually can hear him pretty loud.
That's all I'm about to
But
say.
It's
nobody can hear him
My
in the
headset
audience.
is all
Okay.
the way up.
Put the microphone to
Right
your
now.
mouth. There you go.
Better.
Can you hear me now?
Not, yes.
Yeah, I was basically saying that I would tell my younger self to love yourself before you
Can't
try
hear him.
to give love to someone else, because it's probably gonna be hard to do. So
Turn his
figure
mic
That's
out
up.
true.
what you need to do to love yourself, so that way you can give love, and focus on bettering yourself as a person, as a man, and getting
Don't get me
yourself
started.
in,
Don't get me
getting
started.
things in order before you try to go out there and get in a situation that you're not ready for.
Right.
That's basically what I would say.
But if you're not taught,
Okay.
I do, because I can go on about this all day. If you are not taught how to love yourself, or if you have parents who are dysfunctional, how would you know when you are ready to handle a relationship? Like, how would you know when you're ready to even start a healthy relationship when you're younger? I
I think
mean,
life is full of different
Ch-
examples.
challenges.
Sometimes you see what's good and acceptable, and sometimes you see what's bad, and just learning
Yes.
the difference between the two.
yeah,
Because
but when you're
sometimes
young,
we
you
think
don't
stuff
take
is
into
good,
hmm
and it's not good. It's just normal. Normal and good
Right,
is not the same thing. You
right.
Mm-hmm.
you see stuff every day and you think it's normal. You see, and excuse my language, you see your mother getting her ass whooped every day, and that's
Yeah.
normal to you.
Right.
But
And that's why I
it's
said, how
not
do you
right
know?
at the same
Right.
time. So you know by living different experiences. If you live singly in your experience of life, you'll never know that there's another way to actually live. So you have to
Right.
move out away from
Oh, he
the
turned
things
off.
that you're used to, and
But when you're young,
Thank
some
you,
people
Victor.
say, well, I thought that was just normal. I thought that was just
yeah,
not for me,
yeah,
but I'm just saying, you hear some people actually think
no,
that that's the way it is.
everybody.
That's just the way it is.
I I I'll tell you a quick story. Until I
hmm
was 10 years old, I didn't know that I didn't have a father.
Oh,
Okay.
By not saying I didn't have a father, I didn't have a father present in my life.
Right.
But guess what? I never missed a meal. I never saw our
All
furniture
right.
get set out the house or anything.
Okay.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't
big
know
game.
because they made sure I didn't miss anything from that experience.
Right.
I still
Okay.
went
Right.
out and played catch and all that
Yes.
other stuff. I walked outside the house and somebody said, "Hey, where's your father at?" And I said, "I ain't got no daddy." And they said, "Hey, fool, everybody got a daddy." And I went back in the house and I was like, "Where my daddy at?" Because I really
Yeah.
didn't
Wow.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was the
That's
same
deep.
way.
That's
I
deep.
never, as coming up
Where my
as a
daddy at?
young girl, I
Holy shit.
never my dad was never around. I never met him a day in my life. I only saw him on
I get
pictures
it.
because he was a wife beater. He used to beat my mom. And
Uh
she
huh.
never had anything good to say about him. I don't know his only thing I know is his name. I don't know anything else about him. But like you, I never missed anything. I had
That's raw.
stepfathers and
That's
stuff.
raw. Static purple
But
hype
I
be
I
shaking.
never knew that I never missed anything. I never until I got
Yeah.
older. When I got older and my mother passed away, then I wanted to find him. Um
But do you
I
think that has affected your outlook
Yes,
on
yes,
relationships today?
definitely. It
hmm
has affected me because I really needed him. There was times in my life when I really needed a father. Um, I found my mother dead on the bathroom floor. So
Oh
once she
wow, I'm
Mm.
sorry to hear
died,
that.
I really, 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 and I'm quite sure, and that was another
All
reason
right.
I wanted to know
Vicky,
my
turn your
dad.
mic on. Vicky, turn your
Is
mic
it
on.
on now?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
Another reason I really wanted to know my dad was because I'm quite sure I have sisters and brothers somewhere in this world. And
hmm
I really wanted to know them. I wanted to meet them, you know, uh,
Mm-hmm.
for for the sole purpose to make sure that I didn't have relations with my brother and didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
you
Understood.
need to know.
Sometimes it be like that because and then the father treat the other siblings like
Hey,
if he had
Ian.
if he had children else outside
Yes,
on when
outside of my mother's.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
like I
and
said, I'm
then
quite
they
sure
Mhm.
treat
I
them
have
better.
sisters and brothers. Yeah, I want to get to know my siblings.
Cause, cause I got a
By the way,
friend.
my dad's name was Leon Jones. He was from New York. If anyone knew a Leon Jones from New York, get in contact with
Anybody
me.
know? Anybody know?
Put an
My
APP
daughter's
out on
sibling.
them.
Yeah.
Put an APP out on it.
Yes.
But I think for a
Yeah,
lot of women, what I've came across is that the relationship that they had with their father affects how they look at men and how the type of, relationship they have with men. And that could be an
Oh, it
issue
definitely plays a
in
big part.
dating for sure.
It definitely
I
plays a
think
big
that could
part.
play, yeah, I think that could play a role in dating and what they're looking for. So,
Uh-huh.
mhm,
Yeah. It is what they're
Um,
accustomed to and what they're used to a lot of the
right.
times.
yeah,
And then the women that are dating, what I found out is that a lot of women who are dating, they usually pick the men that are similar to their dad. Like if their
Hey,
dad,
Well,
uh, like if their dad was abusive, then of course they somehow
uh-huh.
find a man that does the same
you
thing to them.
got that
And
right. That is
it
very
kind of just
true.
trigger down the line, and you somehow find that same type of man that's similar to your dad.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else that has some advice that they would give to their younger self about love or relationships?
I want to say,
Okay.
Hold
Think,
on.
think it fell.
can you hear
I
me?
grab it.
We can hear you.
Oh,
Hey,
she got
Trinity.
one.
Can y'all hear me? Because we
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Yep.
have
Yes.
a hard time hearing. So I think that in life, what I would say to my younger self, I'm 50 plus, and I'm at a point in my life where I'm rediscovering myself. You know, my children
Exactly.
are grown.
Okay. Congratulations.
Mhm.
My children are grown. I'm going through different changes like menopause.
I'm right there with you,
These are
sister.
things
Yeah.
that I didn't know and wasn't educated on as a child, younger. So I think
Right.
that the advice I give my granddaughter is to get to know yourself. You know, really get to know yourself. Um, Colors change. I didn't like paisleys and flowers as a kid, and now, I mean, in clothing now, I think it's cute. You know, change
Mhm.
is inevitable. I think that's the lesson I would give. The
Mhm.
advice to change is inevitable. Change is a big thing, and to be open to it. You
Right.
know, your mind changes, your body's changing, life's
Yes.
changing. So if I'm changing, your ideals of
Yes.
what a relationship with man is changing as well. There's no
Right.
need to get
Agree.
stuck in a situation because you're rushing as a youth, you
Mhm.
know, only because it's love and hormones. You know,
Mhm.
I would just say check yourself and, you know, date casually and get to know yourself.
Right.
That's
And
my
don't be
advice.
so quick to be committed. I see some of these young women, they're so quick to be in a committed relationship where they want to move in, have a baby, share banking accounts. And I'm like, y'all haven't even been dating no more than 3 months.
Don't even know the
You
dude.
know,
Dude
don't even
could,
know nothing about this
dude
man.
could
Yeah,
rip him
I've
off
been
of
out of a
everything. That probably ain't
relationship
his
for
real
2
name.
years. And as an older woman,
You
I
gotta
say the
turn your
same thing
microphone.
for us. I've been out of a relationship for 2 years.
Step up, son.
And it's the same thing for men. Men
I've
don't
been
know
out of a
women, they move quick.
relationship for 2 years as an older woman. And I was in a
Trigger.
15-year relationship.
It's a long
So
Wow.
time.
And that's a long
Yeah,
time.
definitely.
Because
15,
sometimes, because some,
15,
because,
15 years. That's a
because
long
somebody
time.
could
15
give you
years.
their name, and you think that's their name, and then next thing you know, you get ripped off for everything.
I think can y'all hear me now?
I can hear you better, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear
So
you.
so a 15-year relationship, and in that relationship so many changes happened. Menopause happened in that relationship. My
Mhm.
children became grown in that relationship. So two
Mm-hmm.
years out of the relationship, and I'm realizing I'm nowhere near the same person I was when I met him 15
Mhm.
years ago, and then trying to rediscover who I am today. I'm not in a rush. Even though you hear the stories as women, especially older women, oh, your time is ticking. You better hurry up because don't nobody wants you. I laugh at that because I was always told by my grandfather, we are the prize. At the end of the day,
Mhm.
as women,
Right.
we are the prize. We bring so much to the
That's right.
table. We bring life. I've raised life,
That's right.
and I'm not going
A
to be
house is not a
told that I
home
need to
without a
rush
woman
to get a
in it.
man until I really need to get to know myself now. So it's not just getting to know yourself privilege to younger people, but we've changed. The women in their 50s, we all know we are changing. You
Right.
understand? So I need
Yeah.
to understand what that means to me and what man is gonna be there for me for that. What if I'm changing, I know my ideal of image of a man has changed. That's all I'm gonna say.
Trendy, I do
That's
have a
right.
question for you. I have a
Yeah,
question. You stayed with him for 15 years. What advice would you give? Did you all get married?
we did.
Okay, so you did. Okay, so that's what I was going to ask. Because my question was going to be, if you have a daughter and she's with somebody for a long period of time, what will you tell your daughter? Like, I have a daughter, she's been with her partner for 6 years. And I'm thinking 6 years is a long time without no conversation of marriage, no conversation of the future, like what's next, you
We got
know?
married
So
5 years in, and I'm
mhm,
15 years later, like the end. I wish I
mhm,
didn't. I'm looking for,
right,
where's, how do I get out of this now? Because I definitely don't want to leave. I don't want anything to happen to me, and then he gets the benefit of my work. We're not together,
right.
and vice
Mhm.
versa. You
Mhm.
understand? So I don't believe
Okay.
it's a cookie cutter situation. I think it's an individual thing with
All right.
marriage.
Mhm.
I don't think I would get married again.
Okay.
That's good. Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
like you,
Thank you.
Thank you,
Trenty.
Trini.
I don't
I,
plan to get married again. I don't. I mean, I just
I always
after
like talking to Trini.
after you've had so many failed relationships, marriage isn't all that glorious anymore.
And it doesn't have to be for everybody. It may not be for everybody, you know. So it's not a good thing or a bad thing. That's just the way I look at it. But I'm 51. I would like to be remarried. I was married. I think I got married when I was 21, 22. Very young.
I got
21?
married
So
when I was
I got a
yes.
question.
yeah,
21?
Yeah, I was about
21. I was
23,
21.
I
but
was
Like
20.
this.
I
I'm
was
on my second wife.
think I was
Yeah.
Damn.
22.
So
I never
I
been
would like
married.
to
But
get
we've been
remarried.
married over 20 years now, so
Yeah, that's a
I
good
don't
thing.
think
Yeah.
if, God forbid,
Congratulations.
if anything happened with us, I don't think I'd ever want to be married again.
All right.
I
Um,
had some kids.
it's
I got a
just
question.
it's just trying to
Mhm.
who did that?
Me.
Uh,
I
oh,
thought
that
some
was you.
kids. Get your 21 years. That's a good compliment.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is.
All right. Yes, 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 yes. 3 kids later, 21 years. We did pretty good.
I got a question.
Uh, yeah, sure, sure.
Kind of going
Uh-oh.
back to what Lena said just
I
now.
can't hear him.
Can't hear
Um,
nothing he's saying.
Can't hear him.
y'all can't.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
Can
just
y'all
Victoria,
hear me
you
you're
now?
repeat
low.
everything he's saying.
Can y'all
Okay,
hear
I
me now?
will. He said,
I
"Can you
think
hear him now?"
How come can't
no, you're
nobody hear
talking
me?
too
I'm saying it
No,
low.
right.
You gotta
no.
talk louder.
If I talk
Hey,
any loud,
let
I'm
me
be
just
yelling at
let
the
me just
kids.
translate what he's saying, Vicky. I got it.
Can you hear me now? Can you
Go
hear
ahead.
me?
Yeah, go. Yeah, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
don't understand why can't nobody hear me. But now I had a question for Lena. She basically
He
what
has
she
a
had just
question
said.
for Lena,
She was
what you
saying
Yes.
that
just said.
she don't think
Hmm.
marriage is for everybody wants marriage or marriage is not for everybody.
You don't
Um,
think everybody wants marriage or marriage is not for everybody? I got a response to this, by the way.
okay.
But
So,
go ahead.
Well,
so I don't think.
nah,
He's not
Wait a minute. I don't
finished.
think he
yeah,
finished
I
yet.
ain't,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So if marriage is not for everybody, what do you think? What do you think what it is that they looking for if they not looking for marriage, or what would work out for them if they not looking for marriage, or marriage is not for them?
Okay. He said marriage is not for everybody, but what are they looking for if marriage is not for them? And I
Well, no,
do
that's
have a
what she
response
said.
for this
So,
question.
That's what she
so
said.
my
Oh, wait a minute.
response
Wait a
That's
minute.
what he said. That's
Wait,
what you
wait a
said.
minute. Wait a minute.
She
Wait a
said
minute.
that.
Wait a minute. That's not. So,
Yeah,
what's your
Let me respond
she
question
to
was
the
to
saying.
her?
question.
I'm
Yeah.
asking if she thinks that it's not for everybody, or everybody's not looking for marriage. What would be the thing that they're looking for? Because I mean, pretty much everybody
Oh,
out here is looking for, you know, a companion or a life
what's the
companion or whatever.
alternative?
Right.
Okay. So he's asking what's the alternative to not looking for marriage?
So I think the alternative, if you're not looking for marriage, be open with that person. If marriage is not for you, explain it to the person that you are dating so that they can make that decision to say, okay, you know what? If it's not for him, maybe he need to move on and find somebody else. That doesn't mean that you can't be in a long-term relationship, but some people are just content with who they are. Some people just don't want to deal with I heard some people say paperwork. Oh, it's just a title. It doesn't mean nothing. Marriage is what's in the person's heart, and between two people, it doesn't have to be where we go to court, get paper. So for me, it's all based on each individual preference. If some people are okay just having a long-term relationship, then that's good. That's you guys' agreement. But don't
Yeah.
drag somebody on for 15, 20 years knowing you never going to be married, and you don't want
I,
to be married, and you're never going to ask her. So that's just my opinion. I
I got
mean,
something to say about it too. Because let her know if you're just looking for Netflix and chill, booty
yeah.
call, or this chill partner.
And they could be a long-term chill partner, if that's what you
Yeah.
guys agree with. If you guys agreeing to do that, then that's fine. But make sure
it,
you let them know up front that that's what you want.
I agree.
I
Hmm.
I definitely agree. Just it's all about being open and honest, and you be
Right.
surprised what people will agree to if you just
Yes.
be open and honest with them. You know.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, you got
who's
Who's
that?
who's
talking?
tricking?
Oh,
Hellcat.
Hellcat.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let me see how I'm gonna word this. Okay, so all right, in the English language, right? Marriage, two people becoming one, right? So I'm looking at it, or what do y'all think? Is it when a man enter a woman is marriage, not about not by a piece of paper, a judge or a priest? It's when a man enter a woman.
I,
Uh,
I think once again, it depends on what she's okay with. Some women want the paperwork and the title because it makes them feel like, okay, I'm worthy of marriage. You could have that paper, you can have that title, and the man still treat you like crap.
And,
So
and some
go ahead,
women
Montana.
look at it like oh, I could get head for everything he got.
Right.
Soon as he mess up,
He,
he
I
can
think
finish.
I
more.
mean,
I think the concept that he was asking is
Okay, maybe
that
I missed that.
okay, in the Bible it says that the two become one.
Right.
yeah.
And the, as far as the paper, I mean, okay, so by the two become one, I think he's talking about sex.
No, that's not what he meant.
I know.
May
But
I?
I'm not talking about the Bible. I'm talking about
Yeah.
your question as
All
far
right.
as
Let me.
entering a woman.
Yeah.
But the I still feel like you have to go with the biblical sense of being married.
Well,
Um,
I understand. I
what?
understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I think because that God, I talk to God a lot. I might not always listen to him, but I talk to him. And um I asked him about my relationships. I asked him to send me the right person, you know. Like I said, I don't always listen to him. As a matter of fact, when me and my first husband got together, I'm gonna tell you this. I knew in my heart, I think I knew in my heart of hearts that he wasn't the one for me. But it was more like a physical thing, you know. And I asked God, I said, Lord, do you think I should marry this man? If you do, please let me hear if I should not marry him. If you don't want me to marry him, let me hear my name 3 times on the TV. Now, grant you,
Victoria,
I
Victoria,
heard my name
Victoria.
3 times on that TV. And I was like, God, was that you? Because I was like dumb. I think I was dumbfounded when I did hear it, you know, because I was like, God don't answer that fast. But sometimes he does. So when I did hear my name, I still went and married. I still got married. And it was not the right decision for me. So I think we need to start involving God in our conversation, especially when we're dealing with relationships, because he knows way better than we do.
Yep.
Give me the mic on.
Get over here.
All right. Why is it not
Oh,
coming
good.
to me?
You gotta squeeze your grips.
I'm
Wait, I
doing
can't
that.
do
It
that.
ain't doing it. All right, I
Now,
got it.
click your trigger.
All right, so traditionally, marriage just means joining together, right? So, as far as biblically, marriage is older than the Bible. So, when people get married, that just means that the partner had, with paperwork, that just means that their partner had rights to their stuff in there if they pass or not. If they died, they still have rights to their land, to their property. So
Yeah,
marriage
he's
is
pretty.
not
I'm sorry.
marriage is not what people make it to be. So it's two people joining together in love and they making a commitment to each other. If you want to
Right.
go do it in front of the judge, you want to go do it in front of the preacher, that's your choice. But that's not what marriage is. That just makes it legal so that if
I
I
agree.
died or you died, you just get all my stuff. So the paperwork is not important. It's what's in your heart and how you plan on
Agree. Mhm.
perpetuating your love for each other.
Mhm.
If y'all want to build a life together, you can build a life. You know what I mean? So it's not about, in my opinion, marriage, and I just know for a fact, marriage is older than the Bible. They've been doing it before Christianity. They've been doing it before Judaism. They've been doing it forever. So when God created man, they were getting married back then. So there was no such thing as like the Bible. So getting married and putting your hand on that Bible and saying I do, that's why a lot of marriages don't work. Because you're putting your faith in something and not putting your faith into your marriage. If you love
Right.
somebody,
Right. Right.
if you love somebody, marriage is hard as hell. It's not easy and it's not for quitters. So if you want to jump out of something because it got hard for you, of course it's not going to work. If somebody ain't beating your ass, excuse my language, and robbing you, like there's like let no man set asunder if you want to make it biblically, but people want to get out because it gets hard, because things don't go like it's supposed to go. This is life. Nothing goes how it's supposed to go. You can struggle by yourself, or you can struggle with somebody else. Or y'all can make y'all two things together and make it work. But stop putting all this faith in what somebody else can do. I don't know. I lost my train of thought, but I think y'all got the gist of it.
We got the point. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Definitely got the point of what you were saying, and it's very interesting. And that's one thing I wanted that kind of talk about is because I read some stats about dating and dating in the millennial. That's how I came up with this kind of topic or whatever. And people aren't dating like they dated when I was coming up. People are talking to their partners and they're saying, "Hey, I want to date you, but guess what? I want to date Susie too." They're just being upfront with it now, and that's like an acceptable thing.
I
That
don't
is
think
unacceptable then.
I don't think marriage is
Hit your trigger.
I don't think marriage, but okay,
Well, we're talking
it's
about
not for
dating and marriage.
everybody.
Dating
But
and marriage is two things. Yeah.
I don't think
Go,
marriage
Trenda.
is gonna keep someone faithful. I don't think marriage will keep you from not doing what I guess the person that you marry to thinks that you shouldn't. I think it's in your
Yeah, the
heart. You meet
bathroom.
people, y'all
Lena,
vibe. You can commit and have a commitment without
Lena, go to the
signing the
bathroom for me.
paperwork.
I'm good. I'll be right back. I go bathroom.
Okay. Okay.
It's almost like what these young people think having a baby will keep a man. Having a
Mm-mm,
piece of
mm-mm.
paper signed by some judge ain't gonna keep y'all together. I think it's just a commitment, 'cause at the end, 15 years, and now I have to really consider how I'm gonna get this divorce real quick because I'm not willing to share my benefits with you, my profits. We're not together, you know. I don't think
Mm.
marriage is
Understood.
important in that sense.
And I think that's why it's important to have that conversation. I'm sorry, I got something in my mouth. To give that
No
person
problem.
the option whether or not they want to be married. If you know that you don't want to get married and you're never going to ask that person, tell them up front. That will save a lot of people a headache, from going through the divorce, because a lot of men will just get married just because they want somebody there temporarily, but in about 6 months into the marriage, 7 months,
Mhm,
they
mhm.
already looking for somebody else.
Exactly.
Women, and I'm not saying all women. I've met women who get married just for bragging rights, so they could brag to, hey, I'm married, I got a husband. I look at
I's
my ring, and
married
they could,
now.
I was married. Look, and I'm like, what? 6 months later, it's over. Why not just talk, had a conversation? Do you want to be together forever, but really not get married and go? Some women may be okay with that. I don't know. But I mean, it's worth it. It's worth having that conversation versus just hopping out there getting married and then 6 months later it's over. So, what you guys think?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's not to discourage
Okay.
anyone from getting married. I still,
Yeah, I
No.
mean, marriage is a beautiful thing,
yeah, I
and
agree.
it can be if it's all about what you make it. You have got to have respect for one another. You have got to know those boundaries. You have got to have those boundaries. And when you cross those boundaries and there is no um sometimes there's no coming back from those boundaries that you cross,
Mhm.
especially when you keep crossing them.
What up? What
So
up?
Agree. Yep.
So here's
anybody has anything to say?
inter- yeah, Brandon trying to say something. Ooh, who the mic go? Okay. Here's an interesting statistic. So these are dating statistics about how people meet. 50% people meet online dating. 15% people meet through friends. 10% people meet through work. 7% meet at school. 5% at social events. 4% through family. Oh man, only 3% through church,
Wow.
and 3% in like public, at a mall, a coffee shop, a gym, or something like that. So it looks like online dating is
percent?
like the biggest thing.
How many percent in the meta world?
It doesn't break down the meta world, but that will be included in online dating. So that's 50%.
Can you imagine how many men you would have to date before you find your husband?
Yeah.
Dating?
Mm-hmm.
That
lot.
to me is just scary. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Well, I think the scary thing about meta world or online dating would be that there would be levels to dating. Like you would actually, excuse me, you would probably have to try to date somebody in the metaverse and then try to date them in the real world, and it's just too much going on there for me.
I
I'm
know,
confused
for real.
now.
Ted got a question.
Well,
Ted got a question.
T, no, I don't.
T got a
No,
question.
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, I thought you
I'm
had
just
you had the
listening.
mic.
well,
So
you know what?
if anybody
I'm
haven't been in this world,
I'm gonna
please like and
stick
save
with.
it.
I think I want. I think I'm like this. Right now, I'm not ready for real life dating. Okay, this metaverse thing, that's fine right now, because yeah, if we think things don't hit it off, fine, then I can take this off. But if
Yeah.
you're in my real life and things don't work, then see that's a whole nother stage. That's a whole nother stage. So yeah, I'm for online dating. I think that's right now for me that's the best.
Okay, that's not okay. All right, that was definitely real and truthful and respectful at the same time. Uh, it's I guess one thing I wonder about as far as the online dating part is how does that work in the metaverse?
Well,
I don't know. I never dated in the metaverse.
I mean, to me, it's like being in real life. To me,
Okay.
is there's there's a lot more you could do actually in the metaverse that you can't do in real life. Matter of fact, you can
Okay.
go plenty of places in here.
Oh yeah,
You
for
can go
free.
to the club. You can go to I know, right? You could go to the movies. You could anything you could do in real life, you could do it in here.
But I don't think
That's right.
it's genuine though. I think once you meet up in real life and then the actual aspect of the relationship and the realness of the relationship, it's going to be different. I just think we could, kind of be who we want to be on Meta.
I'm about
But no, I'm not talking
I'm
about
about
you.
to
I'm
say
not
something crazy.
I'm not talking about you. But listen, I'm not saying for some people are genuine that they the same. They're gonna be the same regardless. But you get some people who are just on this and it may not be real or they're not real and they just doing it for fun. It's almost like a video game and it's just something to do. Right. But when you meet
But on
them
the
in
flip
person
side,
and you have a real relationship and you have to have real conversations on the outside of this, then they may turn into somebody totally different. So it's like you taking a chance. It's 50-50 to me.
yeah, that's and what I'm saying is the flip side is they're functional in this world, but they're not functional in the real world.
Well, you said it better than I did. Exactly. That you definitely that's exactly what I was trying to get to. But
yeah. They're very functional and successful in the metaverse, but
yes.
yeah. Montana, he had said earlier, I don't know if you guys heard him, make sure if it's your first time here, make sure you like, subscribe, and
Yes.
and love this world. Montana, I thank you again for allowing me to come up here and co-host with you this evening. Appreciate
Exactly.
it.
Thank
Hope you
you.
guys enjoyed me.
And
Yes,
thank you for
enjoy.
everybody on the oh
Montana, I
yes.
want to say something. For those
Yeah.
of you who are in the spade world and do not know about tomorrow, Mother's Day is tomorrow. Please try to be in the world that I'm in because if you're a mother, I'm giving away $50 to one person. So for your chance to win that $50, please try to be in Hardy Spades for Father's Day. I'm also giving away $50. So please try to be in where I am on Father's Day. And to all the mothers, happy Mother's Day. Happy
Thank
Mother's Day
you.
because that is a
Same to
Happy
big
Mother's
you.
Day, everybody.
responsibility. Big
Happy
Mother's
responsibility.
Day.
And I love
Yeah.
y'all.
We love you too,
Love
Montana.
you too,
Okay.
Montana.
Hmm.
And we're gonna keep praying for you, my brother.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. Thank you
And I
guys
want
for coming out.
the
Definitely, thank
podcast
you
to
all.
be real good all the time.
Definitely,
And
definitely. I got some more topics and stuff for you.
the next show I have Call Me Love. I got to get with her to talk and find out the topic. And
Okay.
then
Okay.
and then the Saturday after that, I got Hitman.
All right.
Hitman. All right. Okay.
Oh my God, the lady's gonna be in
I
here.
can't wait for that one.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All
All
right.
right. What you doing, baby?
Let's close it out.
Um, once in a
Hey,
while, I
Montana.
know, cause
Yeah,
see, I know that you're in the
yes.
living room, and
What's
I've
up,
been
man?
trying to yell and say,
Hey,
hey,
what's
we
going on?
can't hear y'all.
Yeah, just chilling,
So
brother.
it's
How you
like
doing?
Oh,
I'm
no.
Jacob.
really
Nice to meet
gotta
you.
pay attention
Nice to
to
meet
that
you.
mic so we can
Hey,
hear,
so
hear y'all.
Yeah.
I'm a content
I
creator,
told him. I told him.
psychic medium. I'm actually the first psychic medium ever to launch a platform mediumship event here on
Y'all getting
VR.
ready to do something right now?
Yes. Let me
I
find
don't know. I
you.
was asking what you were going to do.
So I'm supposed to be
Well,
doing, and
go
it's kind
play
of
some
small,
spades.
but
What you want to do?
because
You
meta
go
is small in
Yeah, you
general
wanna
in
play
the
some
world,
spades
you know what
real
I'm
quick?
saying? But I'm supposed to be doing
Yeah,
podcasts
go
and
ahead.
stuff of that nature, being interviewed and stuff.
All
I'm not sure if you were interested in like a
right.
collab of some sort. Let me get you
I'll
back.
go in.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
The last Saturday of this month, you could be on my show.
the last what?
Saturday of this month.
Is it only Saturdays?
Yeah, I do it on Saturdays.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah, Saturdays are generally not a good day
oh, what
for
day
me.
good for you? Is Sunday good for you?
Oof. Um,
What
what time
day?
are we talking?
Girl, what are you
My
eating?
schedule's
I
super.
can't.
Nine.
It's
You have to.
stupid busy,
You
bro.
have to share.
Oh, what day is
Nine
good for
Eastern.
you?
Spit it
Some
out.
Yeah, I'm
M&M's.
Eastern.
Oh,
M&M's.
I
Eastern.
know
Okay,
you
okay,
have to
okay.
share now.
Oh,
Um,
honey.
Chocolate?
I have to
Oh, I
look at my
love
schedule.
chocolate.
I know. I haven't had
I go
M&M's. Am I
live on
smacking
TikTok
loud?
4 times a week, doing mediumship
Yeah,
on
okay.
Hey,
platforms.
Hellcat. Nice to
Lena,
meet
I
you. I don't
want
know
Um,
to
if I ever met
I have
introduce
you.
you
Yeah.
to the
57,000
Hellcat.
followers on TikTok.
Oh,
All right, come
nice to
on,
meet
Yeah,
you.
come in here.
Yeah.
Do you
he's a
go?
very
You
good
playing?
man.
You playing spades?
Yes.
Oh, why I never seen him? Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
All
nice to
right,
meet you.
baby. How long have you been playing spades? Mm-hmm.
I mean, how do I get out of here? I can just walk
In
down there. I
Hardy's
can just
world.
exit out of here, but you know.
I haven't seen you.
Was,
Yeah, you are new. I don't know. Come on. There's nothing wrong with being new, and I'm under the stairs.
yeah, I don't want to be new.
Well, everybody has to be new at one point, baby.
Yeah, I know, but still, the rookies get looked down, like, still.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
He got a club upstairs.
That's karaoke.
Okay.
Yeah, this is his karaoke. But he
Yeah,
hasn't.
this is nice.
He
You got
has
tables.
not. He has not had a chance to get. He needs a bot. He needs to buy.
Right.
I think I'm gonna talk to him about letting me run this karaoke up here. Yeah, I'm gonna run it. I think I want to run
Yeah,
karaoke.
I don't look too bad, but
No, baby, you look good.
I'm
You
okay.
look good to me.
Yeah, we got
My
our
my
little.
hand was up under your chin, but it doesn't look like it on there.
Somebody. What?
I was just looking at you.
Your makeup look nice.
Thank you.
You're glowing. Maybe it's inside. Maybe it's inside this building. But you're glowing.
No, it's inside of me.
Got to sit up so I can look. So I can see you look down. I love looking at your hips.
Um, how do you feel about that? Because I don't want to get married. I've been married twice.
Oh, I've been married once. I ain't never getting married. I
I
told you what I think.
know.
I already told you what I
Okay.
think marriage is.
Yeah, I don't want to get married.
I told you what marriage is. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get married because marriage is when a man enter a woman.
Because my first husband, he used to beat me.
Yeah, you
I
told me.
had to, yeah, I had to, honey, my next door neighbor saved me. I had to go to battered women shelter twice. No, this was with my second husband too. My first husband,
You been married twice.
yes,
Mm,
my oldest son's father. I got
that's
married
right.
when I got married when I was 21 and when I had my son when I was 22. And honey, please. Maybe I was just, I don't know. It seemed like I have a magnet for men that are, I don't know.
What?
Thank God you're not. I mean,
Of
men
what?
that are abusive, just
Damn.
like my dad was abusive to my
Physical or
mom,
mental?
physical and mental.
But every one of them was physical abusive.
Yeah. Hmm.
Damn. Yeah. Now that's a situation that you got to look in yourself.
That's why when I found out I was pregnant, I left him because
Well, I'm
I
gonna tell
didn't
you one
want my
thing.
son to be around all of that.
Let me tell you one thing. When you love yourself, other people will love you too. If you don't love yourself, nobody else gonna love you either.
Oh, I loved myself. I love myself now.
I'm saying then when you was getting beat.
Well, I was young. I mean, that what that I loved myself. I loved him. He just was the wrong person for me.
Right. Right.
He was wrong.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Talk like that too.
Somebody's coming in.
A bunch of stuff.
Somebody's coming in. You hear me?
I hear you.
I hate that part. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that
get
part.
ready. I'm gonna get ready to leave. I'm gonna get out of here. So I'm gonna call you when I get in the vehicle.
Okay, make sure you turn it on so you don't be cold.
Yeah.
I hate that you have to. How are we gonna have a relationship when you can't even be yourself in your own house?
I know. I'm gonna talk to you about that in a minute.
Oh,
Give me about 10 minutes. All right.
yeah.
Five, maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
This will be the last week. This will be the last week. This is the last week of this month.
the thing on YouTube, man, is called a lot of people. It's like it's how to treat a Christian. But yeah. So what? How would the flow go? Just quick, because I'm gonna turn over the streets now. Trying shit. So am I. So flow, just like you guys some questions and I talk. So,
Yeah. And get these people since have any questions for you? Start. Start. Might speed tutorial.
Hold it up, because I saw some people who couldn't fit in.
Yeah. The guy, he talked trigger. The green.
Okay. I mean, would it? So I've created worlds in here as well. You want to see my want to see my like? Are you busy right now?
No.
You want to see my platform membership world?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do that. Hey, honey. No, it's downstairs. I'm talking. So I stumbled upon. Sorry, I'm talking. I stumbled upon a podcaster. They just wrapped up the show. Just seeing if I'd be live. What? Playing what? Dropping. Press release stuff.
Whoa.